I used to look at my calendar and feel exhausted before the week even started. So many good things on it, yes. Yet I've constantly felt like I never had enough time for what really mattered. And if you are a high achieving woman whose calendar already feels full, but your life still feels scattered, then I made this video for you. In the next 9 minutes, I am going to show you why we don't actually have a time problem so much as we have an attention problem. And then my simple 3 step system to fix the calendar clutter for good. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. We don't have a time shortage. We have an attention shortage. If we keep on thinking, I don't have enough time, then we will keep on solving it like it is a time management problem. But if we do believe that we have enough time, that will free us up to address the attention problem that is actually the root of all of this. When I say I don't have enough time, then that actually wastes more of the very precious resource that I am craving more of anyway. It keeps me stuck in victim mode. But when I deliberately choose to think I do have enough time, I'm refusing to be a victim to time. This single reframe does 3 powerful things. Number one, it gives me back my agency, as in I move from reacting in my life to time being gone to choosing where do I want my time to go. But secondly, and this is very important because even when we decide where we want our time to go, things take longer than we planned. It forces me to face the reality that these are actual demands on my time, that what I booked 15 minutes for took 25. But it also reveals the true constraint. How much high quality attention can I give? So it doesn't matter if it took 25 minutes what I thought was going to take 15 minutes. If that was the important thing to get done today, then I should stay on task with it until it's done. Instead of trying to solve our problem from a time management perspective, we are having our backs actually from a priority perspective. So, for example, let's say that you're trying to do 2 incredibly difficult things at the same season of life, and that is take care of your children and grow a business. Well, so many times, it's not like kids get sick on schedule. But when we know that those are our priorities, we can say, it doesn't matter. Even though my child got sick, I am not going to beat myself up for not taking the actions in my business that I was scheduled to take. Those will have to wait. This is the priority. I know my priorities and I am choosing them wisely. But this will also do another powerful thing, and that is this: help us to say no more confidently when other people want to give us more priorities. So, this is the big deal. Even though we technically have time, we might not have the attention bandwidth to give to it. This is why when you're trying to do very, very big things, like maybe grow a business while raising a family, or while you have a chronic illness, or while you are a caretaker for a family member, you do not need that added pressure of thinking, I should say yes to this just because I identified 5 extra free minutes that I could probably do it in, and if I were just organized enough. No, so many times women think that they have a time management problem when you have a lack of margin problem. As in, there's no white space in your days for those things that run over appointment times. So, let's solve our time problem like it is an attention problem. So here's my 3 step process for that. Number one, clarify. What are the 1 to 3 things that deserve my best attention in this season? Understanding we cannot do it all, but we can do all that matters most to us. So choose those top 1 to 3 things that deserve your attention, because once you start giving your attention to it, oftentimes we can create more time on the backside of that. If we had more income, then we can hire more help, or we can create systems to take the load off of us. Step number 2, choose wisely, the eliminate step. Understand this, every yes is a no. If I say yes to a new thing, I've got to say no to a current thing. I'm not saying yes to a new things and hoping that I can be more efficient with all of my current things. But if you literally held yourself to the standard of every new yes is a no to something else, or maybe it's a no to two things else because you've got way too much clutter in your calendar, that'll at least slow down the yeses. And then step number 3 is commit. As in, look at your calendar, look at your 3 priorities. Where are your priorities in your calendar? For example, when I was doing this exercise years ago, I was trying to build a business on top of working full time and volunteering a lot at the church. I was playing the piano for several groups. And I was feeling all of a sudden really crowded in my calendar. I'm like, "Oh, I remember this." And I had to get ruthlessly clear on what my priorities were. And when I thought about it, I thought, well, my family needs the income here. And also, I'm trying to build a business to replace that. But in the meantime, I need both. And then what is my third priority? Well, my third priority, which is actually my first priority, is maintaining healthy relationships with my husband and children, keeping a space for them. And that made me realize the very uncomfortable thing that fourth was those commitments to play the piano at church. And even though I love to play the piano, I didn't love that my time with my husband and my kids was being stressed because I was always having to practice. And so I finally was like, if I had to choose three, this is number four. Technically, I had time. I didn't have the attentional bandwidth that it required. If I could have just shown up and played the piano on Sunday morning, I wouldn't have had to do that. I'm not that good of a pianist that I could just read without practicing the music. Me playing the piano for this commitment required hours of practice. I had to realize, listen, I literally do not have the mental bandwidth that's taking for me to grow my business while maintaining these other things. This yes to my business is a no to something else. I'm not saying three is the magic number. I'm saying it helps for us to get honest about, are we overbooking our attention? My daughter came to me with the same thing and she was like, I think if I've just got more organized with my time, I'd be able to do this thing. And it's like, honey, you call me every single week and your life is so full with your other commitments. Instead of thinking it's time management, what if it's an energy management? As in, technically, you might have the time, but you're brain dead by that time. Solve your attention problem. Bring your attention back to you and give it to your highest things. I promise you, this is the core of time rich living, the simplicity method. Is that when you give the best of your attention to the highest of your priorities, nothing else matters. You will see outrageous growth in your life in all areas. It's amazing. All right, so what about for you? When you clarify what matters, eliminate what doesn't matter the most, and commit your attention intentionally, you stop being a victim of your calendar and you start becoming the owner of your life, your attention, and your time. So, remember, simplicity isn't about having less for its own sake. It's about making space for more of what actually matters. And that is the peace, the presence, and purpose instead of burnout. So, if this resonated and you would like to dive in deeper, I have something special for you. I am hosting a webinar coming up talking about the time rich living principles, how to build a life and or business on your terms. They are the exact same principles applied in two different areas. If that sounds like something that would help you, then make sure you go to the description and get on the upcoming webinar. And if this helped, it would help me if you like or subscribe or share it with somebody else. All right. The question of the week. If you had to narrow it down to three, what are your top 3 priorities for this season, considering like the next 3 months. What's the top 3 priorities? And then your challenge of the week is this. Look to see where those are scheduled in your calendar. Show up intentionally with the best of your attention to those. And then give yourself grace about all the other things. Because when you take care of your priorities, you took care of what matters most, then that's all that matters. Okay? All right. Don't schedule out all your white space. You need that for life. Talk to you later. Bye bye.